Hi guys, FM Campbell here. First of all, I'd like to give a quick apology for the delay in the release of this episode. I've just been really busy, combined with I was ill for a bit as well, a bit of man flu, so I just couldn't be bothered really. But I'm back now, everything's back in flow. We've got a couple of episodes already lined up to be released, so there should be a bit more consistency to the episodes again like they were previously. So yeah, basically I apologise for that, but we'll get into this nice and swiftly. I left you off in the last episode here where we played Tottenham, where we beat them 2-1. So I'll go through the fixtures and then we'll go through everything else in a little bit more detail. We then played Everton in the league, where we lost 2-1 at home as well. Lucas Moura scoring the consolation goal for us. Then we beat Villa away 2-1. Phil Jones and Wayne Rooney scoring. Then we lost again, but away at QPR, so it was Loftus Road, with Danny Welbeck scoring for us. And then we beat Man City 3-0 in the FA Cup 5th round. Rooney with one, Lucas Moura, and then finally Luke Shaw getting on the score sheet. So that was quite cool. We then played Dynamo Kiev, where we beat them in the first knockout round of the Champions League. Beat them 2-1 away, so we've got 2 away goals, quite key. Rooney and Moura scoring for us. Then we smashed Huddersfield 4-1 in the Prem. Danny Welbeck 2 for Rooney and 1 for Januzaj. Then we beat Hull 2-0. Nice and comfortable with Vertonghen and Welbeck scoring. Then we beat Southampton 2-1, which I was quite pleased with because Southampton are a good team on this. With Rooney scoring twice. Then we had Yeovil in the 6th round of the FA Cup. So after beating City in the 5th round, we had Yeovil where we beat them 3-0 as well. Chris Smalling, Marco Reus and Kagawa on the score sheet. We then had the second leg of the Champions League knockout round, this time at home against Dynamo Kiev. Where we won 3-0 with Wayne Rooney, Johnny Evans and Peruzzi scoring. So we managed to beat them, 5-1 on aggregate, and then progress to the next stage. Then we played Norwich, and we drew 1-1 in the league, with Wayne Rooney scoring. And then we lost to Fulham, so we had a string of 2 games in the Prem without a win, with Wayne Rooney getting the consolation goal. Then we smashed Arsenal and absolutely tore them apart, 5-1 at Old Trafford. Marco Reus, Michael Carrick and then Kagawa getting a hat-trick. So we absolutely battered them. And then we had the quarter-finals of the Champions League, where we beat Benfica 1-0 away, which is very good with the away goal. Vertonghen scoring from a corner. We then played Aston Villa and we drew 2-2 in the semi-final of the FA Cup, but we managed to beat them on penalties. Did we manage to beat them on penalties? I'm sure we did. Yeah, we did. Beat them on penalties, and Wayne Rooney scoring, and I believe the other one was an own goal. We then played Benfica, in which turned out to be quite an edgy tie, although we did manage to beat them 4-3. So they did get 3 away goals, so 1 more goal and they would have, that'd make it 5-3 in aggregate. So yeah, so if I hadn't scored, things could have been a lot different in that game. Scoring was Nathaniel Klein, Phil Jones, Johnny Evans and Juan Mata. We then beat Liverpool at Old Trafford, our rivals. Wayne Rooney scoring. We then drew 0-0 with West Brom, and then we drew 3-3 with Man City. Against the Man City, it was Rooney, Januzaj and Florenzi scoring. And then we had the Champions League semi-final, where, as you can see here, Chelsea, we had to play them 3 times in a row, twice in the semi-final of the Champions League and then once in the league. We beat them 1-0 in the semi-final first leg, with Kagawa scoring. We then drew with them 0-0 in the league, and then we beat them 1-0 again in the second leg of the Champions League with Wayne Rooney scoring. So we managed to reach the Champions League final. Just to let you know as well, the Champions League final is available. I did actually play that live, so the link is in the description. That's already been re-released, so you may have already seen that, so I apologise if you have seen it. But yeah, you can go and watch that if you want to. I didn't play the FA Cup final live. I just didn't want to sort of keep filling up with loads and loads of live episodes. I say that, I actually played this game and then completely forgot that I was supposed to have recorded it, so I apologise for that. But we only got Bolton in the final. We battered them 3-0. Marco Reus, Wayne Rooney and Lucas Moura scoring for us. Then we played Bolton again in the league, where we lost 2-1 to them. As you can see, I rested a lot of players for the Champions League final. We played Zivkovic on the right, Januzaj, Balanta, Florenzi was in there, Grenier played, Nick Powell, who's ridiculously injury prone by the way. Then we had like Young Vertonghen with Jonathan Silva, Klein, Evans all playing. Sam Johnston was even in goal. But yeah, like I said, we played the Champions League final. Like you can see, like I said, you can go to that live. Wayne Rooney and Shinji Kagawa scoring for us. We beat them 2-1 after extra time. Very good game to go and watch. I would highly recommend seeing that episode. I would say the last, I think it was before the City game, way before the City game. I think it was after the Liverpool game. If we beat Liverpool, I think we won the league. As you can see, if we go, not seeing the preview stages. No, we didn't. Sorry, we'd lost the league. That's why we didn't go for it. So basically, I'd lost the league after the Liverpool game. I think it was. It might have been the City. I'm not too sure. I can't remember really. But we'd lost the league, so I just played sort of fringe players in all the Premier League games after that. But yeah, as you can see, Chelsea ran away with 11 points. So first season we smashed them by 10 points. Then they smashed us by 11 points. So hopefully this season we'll get one over on them. We then move on to this season's fixtures. So let's move forward. All that's happened so far is we had a load of friendlies, which as you know, I don't control them. I let my assistant take them because it's just merely getting used to the tactics and team blending and fitness. We beat Plymouth 3-1. Then we drew 3-0 with Lyon, 3-0 with Nice, 3-1 with Lorient. Then we beat Swansea. Drew with Swansea 1-0 in the Tate testimonial. Here's Alan Tate. As you can see there, he's playing for Yeovil at the minute. He used to play for us for a long, long time ago. So that's why we had a testimonial for him. We then played Chelsea in the Community Shield, where we drew 0-0. But if I remember this right, we won on penalties. Yeah, we won it on penalties. And then we got back to our first game in the league. We drew, so I'm getting already confused here. We beat West Ham 2-1 away, so it's at the Bowling Grounds. I'm guessing they've got a new stadium. Wayne Rooney and Kevin Volland scoring. We then lost 1-0 to who looked to be our league rivals again, Chelsea. Didn't score at all. We then beat Aston Villa 1-0, where Shinji Kagawa scored. And then we have since played Man City in the Super Cup final, where we smashed them 3-1. Marco Reus, Gino Peruzzi and Quintero scoring for us. As you could probably see, there's probably a few players that you can see in there that weren't in there last season. So that's what we'll do next. We'll look at the transfers. So if we go to the transfer history, this is what's happened so far this season. We'll start off with the outgoings. Will Hughes, I let go on a loan. A couple of frees with Akangamini, Barmby, Blackett, Rothwell, Sam Byrne, James Weir, Pierluigi Gallini all went on frees, and also so did Patrice Evra. I shouldn't have kept him on, if I'm honest, last season. I shouldn't have offered him a new contract, I should have let him go. We then let Khedira go for 5 million, so I doubled my money on him, which was quite happy with that. And then Fellaini, look, 30 million we got for Fellaini. I was buzzing. I know people will say, like, he's one of the best box-to-box midfielders on the game. He's really, really good. Keep him. I just couldn't get him playing well. He was terrible for me. I've let Tom go out on loan since he joined us on a free. Hopefully his value will continue to increase. Same with Zaha. He's also out on loan. Jorginho Wijnaldum, as you can see, we signed him on a free at the end of the season, sent him out on loan. His value's gone up to 5 million already, so hopefully we can get a bit of money for him. Pedro Obiang, again, I've sent him out on loan. I'll be quite looking forward to I might get him into the team next season if all goes to plan. Will Keane, just looking to make some money on him. He's gone out on loan as well. James Wilson, same situation, although I am considering working with James Wilson to see if I can get him into the first team. Excuse me, because I think it might be worth a little bit of money. Then finally Javier Hernandez went. We sold him for 14.5 million. Ben Pearson went out on loan, looking to make some money on him. Marnik van Mile, he has gone to Ghent for 500 grand. Then Varela, Sadie Janko, Jesse Lingard, Tom Thorpe, Tin Yedvaj also let go on loan. Matej Vidra, Gabriel Barbosa, who signed for us obviously on a free, for a couple of million. Andreas Pereira all went out on loan. I finally got rid of Makeda, sold him for 3 million. Quite happy with that. Chris Smalling, he just was hitting that stage, I think, where it was sort of either let him go or let his value go down. So we sold him for 10 million. George Thorne, after signing for us, let him go on a 3, bought him for 2.5 million. He's 4.5 star potential, so I'm really sort of looking forward to see what I can do with him and if I can break him into the first team, especially as he's English. Will Keane, just looking to make some money on him as well. He's gone out on loan to Wolves, who are our affiliates now. Juan Mata, people are going to have a go at me about this. I sold him for 30 million. Was it 30 million? Yeah, 30 million. He was just terrible. Look, even at, I mean, he's only played 2 games, but 6.55. I think his average rating for us, let's have a look. 6.74. I suppose he played well in the first season, but second season, 6.74. 2 assists. Kaggle was just pushing him out of the team as well, and he was starting to moan. I just thought, sod it, let's cash in on him. And let's go and get someone that I think could either be just as good or if not better. Michael Carrick was getting on, he was getting old, moaning about contracts all the time, so I decided to let him go. He went for 2.5 million. Sorry, 2.3 million. Michael Keane, I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing how he gets on, because he's not a bad looking player, apart from his natural fitness. So we'll see what happens with him. Yeah, one matter you know. Amido Salifu, let him go out on loan. As you can see, his value is finally starting to increase. Signed him on a 3 in the first season. Angelo Enriquez also let go on loan. I'm going to try and break him into the first team next year. Pugliese is starting to look awesome. 19 years old, look at him. He's starting to look really, really good. He's helped Freiburg. I think they reached the Champions League, so I'm quite pleased with that. Nick Powell, he's just really injury prone. He drives me nuts, so I sent him out on loan. We'll see what happens with him. Dimitri Mitchell, also out on loan, and same with Sam Johnston, who was moaning about first team football. In regards to incomes, so we sold 95.44 million. Incomes, we got Doria. A lot of people were going on at me about him. I was actually, when people were telling me, I actually already had planned to buy him. We signed him for 18.5 million though, so if I'd have got him at the beginning of the season, I think you can get about 10 to 12 million. So a little bit of an increase. Luciano Vieto, we signed him for 4.2 million, already worth 7, 4.5 star potential. I'm going to try and get him out on loan. But I'm really, really pleased with how he's getting on. Thiago Casasola, I quite like him as well. I'm going to look to get him out on loan too, to get him some first team football. But he looks like he could be quite a good centre back. We signed him for 2 million. Jorginho Wijnaldum, you know about, on a free. Giuliano, signed him on a free as well, 7 million value already. I'm probably going to let him loan on for a season and then sell him. Although he has caused me problems where I don't get this whole, he's recently joined the club and all this stuff, because the amount of times I've had players join me and I've loaned them up straight out. It's strange. George Thorne, you know about, 2.5 million. I signed Leon Goretzka as my new deep line playmaker. He, in the long term, is there to replace Carrick, which I'm quite pleased about. He looks like a good player. 13 million for him. Humam Tariq, who is the the Iraqi Messi, apparently. That's what he's been dubbed on all the forums. You can get him in the first season for like 700k if you've got him loaded up. But I got him 3.1 million. He's already worth 5.25. I'm quite keen to get him out on loan, and I think his value will go nuts, if not get into the first team. Splashed out a little bit on James Ward-Prowse, 20 million, but he is English, and he's going to be probably him and Goretzka in the middle for me. So going forward, he would probably be quite a good investment with the amount of years in him. He's only 20 years old. Excuse me. This was my replacement for Mata, Juan Fernando Quintero, and absolutely love him. I think he's awesome. Signing for 22 million from Real Madrid, bargain as well. So I was quite happy with that, as he's only 22 years old. Last season he smashed it for Real Madrid with only 12 appearances, I suppose. Well, I say smashed it, but he smashed it for Porto. Look, 7.44, unbelievable stats. So yeah, that's basically all the incomes. Did I do anything else last season? You know about last season stuff. What else has happened? A few staff members are gone and a few staff members have come in. A couple of people put in the comment section to get gigs in. So I did that, I believe, or I'm in the process of doing that. Paul Scholes is already in. So I'm obviously in the process of getting Ryan Giggs in, so there's a little spoiler alert for the next episode. What else has happened? Tactics have changed slightly. I tend not to use the central one as much because I invested in wingers. I've bought Lucas Moura, Royce, Zivkovic is there, Januzaj's there, who I've trained on the left. Welbeck, Volland can all play on the left as well, or the right, I suppose. So yeah, I've been playing with wider, if not advanced playmakers on the wings as well. And then against bigger teams, I go on a counter and I play with this tactic. You can check all the tactics out. I'll link them all in the description for you. What else has happened? Training, nothing's really changed. The league at the moment, after 3 games, we've won 2 out of 3, so we're sat 8th. I think that's about it, really. I'm just trying to think who's on the transfer list at the moment. Let's have a quick look. So top of the transfer list, Luis Suarez. Look at that. And you can get him for 27.5 million. So that could be a bargain. I don't like Suarez. I'm a United fan. I just don't like him. But there you go. I wouldn't sign him on the game either because I think he's going to be one of them players that I think he'll struggle to get to play. It's like Rooney. I'm second guessing Rooney a little bit. He's 6.8 average rating. I know it's only 5 games, but he's 29 years old, so I might look at selling him in the future. Let's see what happens. Especially while he's worth a bit of money. What's happened regarding Regens, I suppose. That's probably a good one to talk about. John Neal, it's not too bad. These are all just basic players I look to make money on. I'm quite happy with this guy here, Robert van der Hugenband. Good name. Let's see how he gets on at right back. So I'll probably train him to become quite good. He's from Holland. Adam Barberio, it's not too bad. I basically got him on the star rating. Robert Grimshaw, I can't remember what. I think I just offered him a youth contract and that was it. Johnny Hughes, I quite liked him. His technical needs a lot of work, to be honest. Dimitri Mitchell's already at the club. Richard Booker, again not great, but a little bit of work. I think I'll get some money for him. Who have we got left in the 21s? I think that's it, really. Yeah, so, I mean, let me know if there's any players that you think I should go and look at. I mean, you've seen the squad. If I leave the squad up, you can kind of gather to see what I've got where. And, I mean, central midfield is still a little bit of a concern because I've only got young players in there. Up front, it's Rooney that's driving me nuts. I'm quite keen to get Volland playing full time as well because he's starting to turn into quite a good player. I've got a lot of clubs wanting him all the time. Same with Lucas Romero, same with Januzaj, same with Kagawa. Kagawa's just, he's ridiculous. Look at him, he's so good. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. But yeah, any suggestions that you think I should do, put in the comment section below. The next update will be at the end of January, so it will be after this Aston Villa game. Between the Aston Villa game, between the 3rd round and the FA Cup. So that'll be the next update. So we've got quite a few games to play between then. But yeah, so that's about it. But anyway, you've been listening to FM Campbell. Thanks very much for watching. And thanks for waiting around, I guess, for this episode. I really do appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next episode. Cheers, guys.